Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do a haul of some of my recent beauty purchases, but before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As many of you know, I'm a makeup artist and also esthetician, and I now offer an online beauty consulting service, which is where you get to talk to me one-on-one and ask me any beauty concerns that you have. So if you need to go over the current products you own and you just have questions about color combinations or application, or if you want some advice purchasing new items, but you don't want that added pressure that's often found in department stores, that is where my service comes in. So if you want to make an appointment for yourself, or if you want to get a gift card for someone else, just click the link in the description box down below. That will take you to my site and you can just go ahead and make your reservation. You can book for a half hour or an hour, depending on your needs. And if you're not sure, just go ahead and message me privately. All right, so for today's haul, I have a combination of fragrance and makeup. That's basically today's haul. So the first thing I want to talk about is a fragrance, and it's something that I bought myself recently. I bought myself the Guerlain Eau de Parfum. So I got samples of this several months ago and I fell in love completely. This is 100% my type of perfume. It is this really gourmand vanilla, I want to say like a hint of bourbon or tobacco leaf. It's this really heavy hitter. I think if you like Lancôme, La Vie est Belle, this is your type of fragrance. It's just this ultra feminine, very sweet, a little bit syrupy and sugary, lots of vanilla, tonka bean, this gourmand, sweet, caramelly, but there's also some florals in here too. It's really just a very feminine perfume. It is a bit stronger. It's not like a light floral dainty perfume. It has a bit more character. You could definitely, I would wear this all year round, but you might want to wear this more for the evenings or for dates or just anytime you want. And the reason that I purchased this fragrance at this time in particular is that the sales associate for the Guerlain counter at Holt Renfrew, her name is Laurence. She's really sweet. I'll go ahead and leave her information if you want to purchase through her. She told me about this event they were having, and so I got my name engraved here on the bottle. I thought it was really cute. When she asked me what I wanted engraved, I kind of froze up for a second. I was like, I don't know, I guess my name? I don't really know what else you get engraved on these bottles. So I got my name on the bottle here. And I did go ahead and get the 100 milliliter. Often I get the smaller size just because the volume of my perfume collection is like quite extensive. And I have a hard time going through 100 milliliters, but for perfumes that I really love, I think it's worth getting. It's like more economical in a sense, the larger format you go. Now, the item that initiated the purchase. So Laurence messaged me, she texted me and was like, listen, I have these Guerlain perfumed candles. And I was like, yep, I'm ready. I'm ready to make my purchase because I told her, message me anytime you have an event or a gift with purchase and I'll buy my perfume. And so she told me about this here. It is a scented candle that smells exactly like Mon Guerlain Eau de Parfum. This vanilla, sweet, syrupy, gourmand fragrance in a candle. I was sold. I was like, yep, just shut up and take my money. I haven't lit the candle yet. I've just left it on my vanity. And even without lighting it, the candle carries this beautiful fragrance all around. I don't know if they have any left of these. I don't imagine they got many, but if you have a Guerlain sales associate, if you want to message Laurence, like this is a run, don't walk situation. Like for me personally, I love Mon Guerlain. And so when I saw this, I was like, okay, now is my time to shine. I love this so much. It's so extra and I haven't burnt the candle yet. I will light it eventually, but right now I'm just sort of enjoying its perfection. And then she gave me a couple more samples here of the Guerlain Eau de Parfum, the perfume that I got, but in the 5 milliliter format. It really looks like a miniature version of the perfume. The only difference is this is not a spray, it's a type of like pour over, but this is 5 milliliters. So this will last me a long time. This will be great for future travel. I've already received my first dose of the Pfizer vaccine, so beach vacation is that much closer to actually happening one of these days. I'm telling you, I need some sun damage, and I need it hopefully in the next 12 months. So that is my Guerlain collection. Another item that I got here is from Clarins. Now this is a brand I haven't really dabbled into very much. I've tried some of their skincare. I prefer their body skincare over their face. I don't know, just like personal taste. But I saw this on Instagram. My friend I Am Anna she posted about their entire summer collection, and I was like, ooh, now I'm tempted. So this is part of their summer release. I think this is a limited edition, or I think the packaging and scent here is limited edition. This is a makeup fixing spray. So I use this all over my makeup just to help it lock and load for the longer days, especially now that we're entering warmer months. It's kind of nice to just like make sure your makeup is staying in place. The scent of this is really light. I thought that this was going to be much more fragranced because Anna was saying that the fragrance was amazing, and it is nice, but it's really light. Let me just go ahead and spritz it on here with you. It smells floral, but it doesn't smell like perfume. It just smells like a light floral fragrance. It almost smells botanical in a sense. So yes, it does say online that it is limited edition, but it feels very fresh and hydrating, and their whole summer line, if you look at the photos, reminds me of like popsicles or watermelon, just like very much those like fun, refreshing summer treats. And this is very refreshing. There's no SPF in this, so don't think it's an SPF. It's just a face mist, and this would be fantastic after the beach, after being out in the sun, or just a hot day and you just want to like cool down a little bit. It is a makeup setting spray, but you can put this on bare skin or just apply more liberally just to like cool down a little bit. This is a nice type of product to have around. All right, moving on to some Armani beauty. So recently I discovered the joy of the liquid eyeshadows from this brand. You guys were so right. And I've been having issues getting my hands on some of these liquid eyeshadows. They are not being discontinued. They are not being reformulated. It's just a question of, you know, there's like a lot of issues with distribution at the moment, you know, getting one ingredient from one part of the world and a component from another part of the world. It's just kind of, there's a bit of delay. So if you like these, but you find that all the websites are half sold out, they will be restocked eventually. So I got the Smoky Eye Tint number 37, and this is called a Scarab. What's interesting is when you look at the tube, you see this gold swirl inside the green. And so you're not exactly certain how green this will be. Will this be very sparkly and metallic and glittery? It's actually closer to a matte. Like once it dries down, it's actually quite matte. I think it actually is just like a pure matte. So you might have to add another color to add more shimmer, but it's such a beautiful, intense, dark, like a dark forest green. I cannot wait to wear this. I think this will be lovely. And there's a few other colors that I want to get that are just like on back order. There's one called, I think, Night Viper. That's this sort of finish, I believe, but it's a deep purple. So we shall see. So I have Scarab here, so be on the lookout for Scarab on my channel, and let me know if you like these liquid eyeshadows and what other colors I should be getting. It's very helpful if you know someone who works at the counter or who works at the department store, because when they receive shipment, if they see the color that you want, they can just call you right away. They can just take it and like reserve it, so you don't have to keep waiting around. Okay, moving on to another item I think I touched on in a favorites video, and it might be a repeat, but I don't care because I think it is that fabulous. And this is the Chanel Chance Tendre, and these are the bath tablets. So this is extremely limited edition. I think it's also very limited quantity as well, and it really smells exactly like the Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, the pink bottle, the effervescent, bubbly, grapefruit, feminine fragrance smells exactly like this. So inside the tube here, you get your bath tablets, and these don't turn the bath pink. It's more of like a milky white, but it makes you and your entire bathroom smell like this fragrance here. Obviously, if you're sensitive to fragrance, this might not be for you, but if you are a very extra person, like I love bubble baths, that shouldn't come as that much of a surprise. I'm very extra, and so this type of thing is 100% my jam. I'm making sure to use these up, but I'm also savoring them at the same time because they're just so beautiful and so precious and so wonderful. And so I know here on my channel, like, I don't like to tell people that like you have to buy anything, because you certainly don't. Like, just buy whatever you can afford and whatever fits in your collection. I'm just saying that like this is a type of product that I have not seen in several years. Like this is I don't want to say once in a lifetime because it's not true, but when it comes to the bath products and body products, Chanel can be hit or miss. And so if this is a type of product you like, don't get makeup regret if you can afford it and if it fits in your bathroom. It's just a really lovely product. All right, let's move on to a face and eye palette. Recently, I have been eating crow because I've always stated that I don't like these large eye and face makeup palettes, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I was wrong. I fell in love with one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Look of Love collection. And this is the Pretty Blushed Beauty palette. So this is the lighter palette of the two available. So here you have your eyeshadows. You get your bronzer, highlighter, blush, and face powder. I've done a whole video dedicated to this palette here. I've just noticed that in the past, I think the eyeshadow or eye and face palettes that I didn't like were not very good quality, because I think we all know that sometimes brands come out with a type of product like this that for some reason is not the same quality as their single blush or their single eyeshadows. That's very bizarre, but we know that happens. This here I really like. I did go with the lighter option because I'm not super familiar with Charlotte Tilbury, so I wasn't sure exactly like where I fell on the scale. But I really like this palette. It's definitely one and done, more in the neutral, everyday type of makeup. I like all the colors in here except for the highlighter isn't my favorite highlighter, but that's the only color that is not my favorite. Everything else I have dug into, I have used. You can tell close up that like I have been dipping into this and using it and reusing it. And the simplicity of it is really nice. Just knowing you can pick one product and you basically have a full face. You don't have to futz around, find a blush and find this and find that. It's all just mixed together for you. I definitely get the appeal. I also went ahead and purchased a couple of her lip products. This is the Pillow Talk, and I think this is the original shade. I was told there's a medium and also a darker color. I got just the original Pillow Talk Matte Revolution lipstick and lip liner. The lipstick has this most faint vanilla cupcake scent, and it's so wonderful and delightful. And I actually like this color combination. I heard some comments that thought that this was too light for me, and that could be true, but I actually kind of like this nude combination, but I probably will get the medium one just to see how different it is on my skin tone, especially now that it's summer. I'm getting a little bit more color, but I totally get the fuss about this Pillow Talk combination, like the lip cheat lip liner with this matte lipstick. It definitely can help your lips look better and bigger, and I get it. I get what the fuss is about Charlotte Tilbury. I'm on the waiting list for a couple of their items. I want to get her, what's it called, like magic wand. Like she has a contour and a highlighter. That's the sponge one. I want to try those, but I'm on a waiting list because I want to get the little duo together. But a lot of you also recommended some wonderful products from Charlotte Tilbury, which I will hopefully be trying out in the near future. All right, moving on to some Dior. I picked up this item a few weeks ago, and this is the Dior Forever Natural Bronzer. I have the shade number 5. This definitely has a little bit more of a golden warm undertone to it. I definitely think that Dior has been taking my money nonstop for the past year or so, and I'm not mad at it because they just keep coming out with such fantastic products here. First of all, I absolutely love the packaging. I love the soft top here. It feels like a cushion. It feels a bit squishy. The bottom is a hard shell, but I just find that this packaging is very sleek and also beautiful at the same time. Not to mention, the product is wonderful. It's a warm bronzer, but without entering into the orangey type of category. And I also used a little bit of this on my eyeshadow today just to help blend out. And it's just a really great product. I think this made a big splash when this first came out, and I'm just here to let you know that it's really good and it is a really good bronzer. Although, I don't know, I don't think I need to buy like 2 or 3 new bronzers every single year. They're hard to use up. But when you have a YouTube channel, it's hard to rein in the extra gene, you know? Speaking of extra, let's dive into some Hermès. So recently they have a new blush launch. A lot of us collectively lost our minds, myself included, but I did rein in that extra a little bit. I only picked up one of these new blushes. These are their Silky Powder Blush. I have number 19, Rose Abricot, which is a beautiful apricot peachy warm tone blush. These have a really beautiful fragrance. They smell floral. It's not too intense. It kind of reminds me of the Gucci face powders or bronzers in that there is a scent, but you have to get a little bit closer to notice it. So first of all, the packaging is lovely. This gold with white is absolutely stunning. I love the color combination, and the actual product itself is lovely. The texture is really phenomenal. It's this silky powder that really just lays beautifully on the skin. It also sort of melts together with your skin complexion. It's a very beautiful color. I love this one in particular. I'm more drawn to these peachy warm tone blushes, so I'm very happy that I picked up this shade here. And the formula is very buildable. You can just gradually all of a sudden realize you have this beautiful flush of color, and you know, it's Hermès. It's obviously very extra, but I'm glad that I joined in on the fun. I also picked up one of their new brushes. So they have 2 new blush brushes, a full-size one, and then one that's a travel format. I actually am really happy with the travel format. I've heard mixed reviews about the regular size blush brush. I'm very happy with this one here. I love the shape. I love how easy it is to hold. It's very compact, and I love this sort of angular shape for a blush brush because you can just get into the cheekbone and just gradually blend out and give you just a beautiful natural color. Also, we have to say that these bristles are so soft, so soft. It's wonderful. It feels like you could give yourself a little massage therapy with this. If this brush was clean, you could just gently rub this on your skin because it is so incredibly soft. It's a really good blush brush as well. You know, sometimes when companies come out with a new launch, they'll often come out with a brush as like a additional item to just sort of boost the sale. But this blush brush was definitely worth it. And last but not least, I want to talk about some items I got here in PR. This is the Chantecaille summer collection called Flower Power. So the first item is their beautiful hummingbird blurring powder that is now back, but it's in the Flower Power Compact. And this is the exact same shade and formula as the hummingbird powder, but in this amazing bespoke Flower Power Compact. I really enjoy this formula because it gives you this really soft blur without being too matte or too drying, and it gives you a little hint of glow, but it's just like a really lovely powder, and I'm glad they brought it back because a lot of people missed out on it last year. Now they do also have a darker color available for people with deeper or darker skin tones, so I definitely encourage you to go check this out. This is the light to medium color here. I like to go in with a buffing brush, so they also sent me the travel format of the buff and blur brush, so I just like to press this where I just get a little bit shinier throughout the day, and it doesn't mix or compromise my foundation. It doesn't disrupt anything. It's just a really beautiful powder, and I'm glad that I have it because it's a backup to my Hummingbird palette now too. Something else that I'm using from the Flower Power collection is their blush. So they came out with a rosy cheek shade here with the beautiful Flower Power motif, and these are bespoke because these are hand pressed, hand glued one by one, and I absolutely love how extra this is. So this blush is in fact what I'm wearing today on my cheeks. It's really a type of everyday workhorse blush. You know, that type of rosy sort of neutral color that will go with any look. Something cool, something warm, something neutral. You can just grab this and it'll go with everything. So that's really nice to have on like your top hand drawer or wherever you keep like your go-to makeup items. I like to keep this on hand if I can't really be fussed of deciding what to wear for a blush. I love this one here. Now the last item we're going to talk about today could easily just be called Alley, because this is the Flower Power Lip Chic in the shade Capucine, which is this beautiful warm toned orangey red. This is 100% my color. In the summer with this beautiful lip chic, which gives you this like buttery hydrated lip. So it's not going to be the most long wearing color, but you can reapply this on its own. You don't need to go in with a lip gloss. You can just keep reapplying this and you moisturize your lip and add more color. So this shade with like the Tom Ford Suspicion palette, just like a beautiful warm toned bronzy eye with a orangey red lip, that is a perfect summer makeup look. So I am so excited to keep wearing this in the warmer months. Alright guys, I think this is it for today's video. This is my current beauty haul. I have a mix of some current obsessions and items you haven't seen yet before, but will probably see in the near future on my channel. I have to find a space for my Guerlain scented candle. Maybe it can go in the background behind me somewhere. Sound off down below. Let me know what you think of my haul. Are there any favorites? Are there any personal duds here for you? Let me know. Anytime you engage with my channel, whether it's a like or a comment, that just helps my channel, because whenever you do that, YouTube thinks, oh, people like her content, let's send more people to watch her. So that's a great way you can support me on my channel here. If you're new to my channel, make sure you're also subscribed, and you can also hit that notification bell on the side so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. And on that note, I think this is all I have for you guys for today. So thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.